little bit about today and what this means. Why does the Falcons organization do this?
Well, we do it. All of our 5 operating businesses are out here today, and we have over 200 associates out here. And one of our key values among 6 is giving back. And we try to do that every day in a variety of ways in our businesses. But in addition to doing it as a result of our business, as a result of doing the business that we do, and we take time to make a difference in people's lives. So today is a symbolic day. We're painting today, we're building today, we're constructing today, we're doing murals today, we're doing a variety of things today that we know will make these communities richer and better, because it's not just about, the economics of the work we do, it's about making a difference in people's lives. And so our associates are thrilled to be out here today working.
Is it hard to get the coaching staff in the middle of the year as they're preparing for the 2015 season? Is it hard to get them to buy in on this project?
Not really. I mean, they all believe in all of our values, and one of the major ones, as I said, is giving back and making a difference in people's lives. So they're out here today working. Our head coaches, all of our coaches are, and our staffs. And, there's always a reason. There's always things to do. All of our businesses could say that. They all have things to do. So it's a great opportunity for us to put down that work, that economic work, and actually do the work of God's work, if you will, and our spiritual work and our soulful work, and give back to these communities. We do it all the time in all of our businesses, so it's not just a one-day-a-year event. It's the way we conduct ourselves, the way we live.
When you talk to some of these homeowners and they show their appreciation, how does it make you feel as not only the owner of the Falcons, but one of the leaders in Atlanta?
Well, it makes me feel great. It's interesting. These homeowners I've talked to, they all feel like things in this English Avenue area that we're working on in terms of painting with the land for habitat is getting better, which is encouraging over the last 10, 11, 15 years that they've lived here. They're still, though, they talk about certain things which they know they want to see improved. So it's important to acknowledge the things that have gotten better and to, encourage those things and salute those things, but it's also important to understand and listen to these folks that are living here about what they tell us. Well, everything has gotten better, but there's a couple of things we can do. So a couple of things are the things that we need to address, whether we do it through our foundation, whether we do it through Westside Future Fund's work, whether we do it through our Prosperity Fund, through the work we're doing in the community with our stadium and jobs and things of that nature. There's a variety of things that we can do to continue to improve and continue to move the momentum in the right direction.
Switching gears here a little bit, an iconic building is going up, not a stone's throw from this building.
Correct.
Give us an update on how that's going and how excited you are to get that going.
Well, we're very excited about that, and building be finished in the spring of 2017. We're shooting for the end of March. It's going to be a tight schedule, and obviously it's a huge budget, but we're on budget and on schedule at this point. And so we have 850 folks working there a day. So it's a lot of folks building every single day over there. And we're excited about the building itself. It's going to be unique in the United States, but we're also excited about the part it's going to represent in the community, the opportunity for people in this community to participate, not just inside the stadium for events and games and things of that nature, but in the plazas and the parking areas in a variety of ways for community activities, and a way to connect to these communities, not just for these communities, but for the greater Atlanta community, much the way Centennial Park does, much the way Piedmont Park does as well. We want this area to become more of a collecting point from that standpoint, and we're committed to doing that.
Last thing, we hired Coach Quinn in February. Talk about the draft we just had and how excited you were at some of the names we landed. You guys are going to be future Falcons. Who are our Falcons?
Well, I'm excited about all of our picks. I'm excited about the energy that Coach Quinn and his entire coaching staff has brought to the organization. I think that Thomas Dimitroff and Scott Pioli did a fabulous job working on free agency on the draft as well. The players represent, I think, the essence of what the coach is looking for in terms of integrity, grit, as he calls it, aggressiveness, speed of play, ability to play in an unfiltered way so their minds aren't cluttered. I think you'll see an energy level. You definitely see it in the building, and you definitely feel it amongst the players. I think when you see them play, you'll feel it and experience it as well. So I'm looking forward to next year, probably like a lot of owners are, but I think I have reason in this case to be very optimistic.
Mr. Blank, you posted a letter on the Falcons website regarding the team's military partnership.
Yes.
For those that may not have seen that or heard about it, can you explain the team's relationship?
To the military?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, we've been committed to the military for a very long period of time, certainly for the 14 years that I've been an owner. I think the initial press releases nationally weren't completely, they didn't tell the whole story. part of the story is that the National Guard, on their own, is trying to actively recruit, new members into the Guard, male and female alike, and they found through their own research that sports venues, amongst other venues, work very effectively for that. Professional sports venues, college sports venues, etc. So we're probably one amongst 200 to 300 different venues they use across the country, and they promote the values of the National Guard, the values of being a Guard member, etc. In addition to that, and we do this, that's the business side of it. The non-business side of it is that we're connected to the military almost every day in a whole variety of ways. Our players, our coaching staff, we do a lot of work with the military on their base camps. We do work with the military in hospitals, in schools. We are the funder of a program that's being rolled out now throughout the state of Georgia. It will affect 140,000 middle and high school students with the Congressional Medal of Honor Character Development Program, which we're funding along with the military, who's actually helped put it together. But we're funding it, and the execution of it will be done in high schools and middle schools across the state. So teach character development and all the things that the military does teach us. So the list is very long of things we do from a philanthropic and a non-business standpoint, on the field, off the field, and in the communities, and we're proud of all those as well.
Let's shift it back to football just for a second. The Deflategate scandal has kind of unfolded. The penalty's been handed down. Given that the Falcons have been caught for Soundgate, I guess for lack of a better term, did you feel the punishment was justified?
In terms of
Deflategate? No, theirs.
Theirs. Well, I don't, I'm not in the league office, and so I don't sit in judgment of. I think the process they went through was very thoughtful. I know that Mr. Wells is, a highly regarded independent investigator. I read the report. It's 243 pages. I read the appendix. I read the independent report done from the experts, if you will. And I know the league takes no joy in giving out fines and dealing with suspensions. There's no joy in that at all. But on the other hand, the league and the commissioner and the football operations folks, they do take their responsibility in terms of protecting the shield and integrity of the game at the highest order. So, I think that they came to the judgments based on the facts that they saw them, and I think that the financial draft choices and the suspension of Tom as a player, I think were all things that they thought about very seriously and judgments they came to. Mr. Kraft has been one of the great is one of the great owners in the NFL, and has always put the league ahead of even his own franchise. And I'm sure that he will continue to do that. And I'm sure that he's hurting today, but he understands that he has to take responsibility for things that happen within his franchise, just as we did here when we had this Noisegate situation you referred to.
Mm-hmm. One last question, because I know you have some other people you need to chat with. Are all the tools here from Home Depot?
I would hope so. I haven't checked. I haven't taken inventory, but I'd be real disappointed if that was not the case. So, yeah.
All right, thank you, sir.
I'm so proud of my company. They do their work. We began that obviously in 1979, but giving back to the community and associate involvement in work across the United States and Canada and Mexico has been an integral part of the value system of Home Depot. And so I'm proud it started there, and I'm proud that we've continued it here to our 5 operating businesses and our holding company foundation as well.
Thank you so much. Great work. Thank you for your time as well.
Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. Get in the game on Twitter at 929 The Game.
On Facebook /929 The Game.
On YouTube /929 The Game.
On your phone, the free Audio Roadshow app.
The website 929thegame.com.
Watch the game. Watch 929thegame.com.
And listen at 929thegame.com.
Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.